I want to talk to you about the beginning stages of your immigration journey to work in the United States. So if you've been thinking about taking the next step to change your immigration status to a work visa like the H-1B, or you want to come to the United States for the first time to work, you have to listen because the process has become more and more complicated. I'm contacted every week by someone who ended up with a denied visa petition, and so often the result could have been avoided. I'm Emily Newman. I'm an immigration attorney in Houston, Texas. I've spent the last 10 years helping skilled professionals from other countries obtain work visas in the United States. Over the years, I've filed thousands of H-1B petitions and responded to countless requests for evidence. Now, when I first started out, the application process was much simpler, and the filing fees were practically nothing compared to what it is today. Nowadays, first-time applicants have to make it through a lottery to become one of the 85,000 lucky visa holders. This year, the Immigration Service received 172,000 visa petitions, and we later learned that almost 1,400 petitions didn't even get to be part of the lottery because they weren't filed properly. That's right, if the petition is not filed properly during the 5-day filing window, you won't even get to be included in the lottery. Now, in a minute, I'm going to share with you the most common reasons why an H-1B petition might be rejected by the Immigration Service. There are so many things that go into an H-1B petition, and it's scary to think that something so minor can have such a huge impact. These days, because of the H-1B cap, your filing is a once-a-year opportunity. If a mistake is made that leads to a rejection, there is no appeal. It can really set back your career an entire year because all you can do is sit and wait until the next time the filing window opens up and try again. The good news is that the problems that cause rejection of an H-1B petition are easy to avoid if you know they exist, and I'm going to share them with you. So hopefully I've caught your attention now about how important it is to make sure everything is properly filed in your H-1B petition so that you can first be counted in the lottery. First off, you have to make sure that the petition is filed in the right location. There are 2 different service centers, Vermont and California, but even within those 2 service centers, there are different addresses depending on whether you're filing under the master's or advanced degree exemption or filing under the regular quota. Also, for premium processing versus regular processing, there are different addresses. So you can find the filing locations on the USCIS website. Make sure that you read the whole chart for the direct filing addresses so that your petition goes to the right place. If it's sent to the wrong place, they will not forward it to the proper office. They will just reject the petition without being included in the lottery. After you've made sure that your petition is being filed in the right place, make sure it's filed on the right form. The I-129 form does get updated from time to time, and there are certain revisions that are done, and you need to make sure that you're using the proper version of the form. This year, the I-129 form was just updated very recently, and so the new version of the form has to be used when filing in April. You can find the revision date at the bottom of the form, and so you can check the USCIS website for what current version should be used and verify that your form has the correct date in the bottom corner. What else can cause a rejection? An uncertified LCA. The LCA process takes at least 7 days and has to be completed before the H-1B petition can be filed in April. Unfortunately, the LCA can still be printed even before it's completed or certified, and so sometimes accidentally an uncertified or in-process LCA will be submitted by mistake, and that can cause the petition to be rejected by the Immigration Service. So how do you know if your LCA is certified or not? Looking at the bottom middle part of the LCA, it should say certified right here. If it says in process, that is not the final version of the LCA, and your H-1B petition that's submitted with an in-process LCA can be rejected. Filing fees are also a major issue for ensuring the proper filing of an H-1B petition. The amount must be correct, the date on the check has to be correct, and the pay to must be the Department of Homeland Security. There are different filing fees required for different employers depending on whether you have more than 26 employees or less than 26 employees, and also depending on whether you're filing in premium processing or if you're required to pay additional filing fees based on the company. So make sure that you're checking the USCIS website for the proper amount of filing fees that should be submitted with your H-1B petition, and that there are no problems with any of the checks that are being submitted. Now, also, the I-129 form is 36 pages long. You don't have to use all of these pages for an H-1B petition. The petition itself is the I-129 form plus the related parts that go with the H-1B. So you have to make sure that you're not missing those extra parts of the form that belong to the H-1B petition, such as the H-1B data collection and the H supplement part of the form. Those are required, and if they're missing, your petition can be rejected for that. In addition to missing pages from your I-129 form, you want to make sure that you're not missing any signatures. An employer has to sign multiple places on the form, and any missing signatures or even missing dates could cause a rejection of your petition. And one last thing that can cause a rejection. It seems silly, but the start date of employment cannot be before October 1st. The visas only become available and effective on October 1st. So if you're requesting employment prior to that date, the Immigration Service thinks that you're trying to file in the previous year's quota, and they're going to reject your petition saying that there are no visas currently available for the previous year's quota. So make sure that the start date of employment on your I-129 form is October 1st. So now you know the most common reasons why an H-1B petition might be rejected before it even makes it into the lottery. I hope these tips have been helpful, and best of luck.